In a triangle AOB, OA is equals to vector A, OB is equals to vector B, M is the midpoint of AB, and N is a point on OB such that ON ratio NB is equals to 1:2. AN and OM intersect at P. Questions that follow: A. Express AB, OM, and AN in terms of A and B, 3 marks. And then we have part B. If OP is equals to vector S is equal to scalar S, OM, and AP is equals to T, AN, express OP in 2 different ways and find the values of S and T, 6 marks. And then the last question, hence state the ratio AP, PN. So let's begin off. So the first thing would be to sketch this triangle so that you may be able to work out effectively. So let's sketch the triangle. Then there's something that we can label them. We can label. This one is, we can call this one point O. This is point A. And this, we can call this point B. Then the other statement reads, ON and B is 1:2. ON and B is 1:2. So we can put it somewhere here. Can put it somewhere there. So we can call this point N, that point N, and we can give this ratio. This is 1:2, 1:1:2. Then there is another point. You told that M is the midpoint of AB. So M is the midpoint of AB. So for that one, you can try to put it that way, so that we have this one being our M. And since this one is the midpoint, this one will be 1:1. Right, now after getting that, the next thing now would be to go to the question part A. Question part A, you're supposed to express AB, OM, AN in terms of A and B. So we start with vector AB. So how do we get vector AB? From A to B, you can take this route. Before we go to that, we can label these vectors. OA is equals to vector A. Then OB is equals to vector B. This one is equals to vector B. So that one is important. So we want to get vector AB. So from A to B, we can follow this route. AO plus OB. That will give us AB. And you know, if this is OA, that is the direction, then this is the direction of OB. So moving from A to O, you can see we are moving in the opposite direction. We are given this one as OA, and OA is in this direction. So moving from A to O, we are moving in the opposite direction. So that one will be negative A plus B. This is OB. OB is in the same direction, so that one will be plus vector B. So you can write it like that, or you can simply write it as vector B minus A. So that is AB. Then you go to, this is not part B. The other vector you're supposed to get is OM. Now from O to M, we can follow this route, OA plus AM. And vector OA is A plus AM. This is M divides AB into 2. It is the midpoint. Therefore, AM is a half AB. And from this will give us A plus a half. AB is the same as vector B minus A. And this one will give A plus a half B minus a half A. And when you work out this, it will give a half A. You rub this, it will give a half. It will give a half A plus a half B. So that is our vector. So the next thing after doing so, that is how you're supposed to solve the first two, that is AB and OM. Let's go to AN, vector AN. So vector AN, can divide these. So let's go to vector AN. Now let's go back to AN. So AN is from this point A to N. So we can follow this route AO plus ON. So that one is equivalent to AO plus AN. And this one will give AO will give negative A plus AN. Let me see, I think there's something wrong we've done there. Let's go back to a diagram. AN, so AO plus ON, not AN. So it is AO plus ON. AO plus ON. So this one is supposed to be ON. So therefore, AO is negative A plus ON. Let's go back to a diagram. ON will be given by a third, looking at this ratio, a third B. So this one therefore will give us plus a third B. So this one, you can also write this one as a third B minus A. So that is all for that part. So the next thing you're going to do is to go to the last other question. I think this is part B of the question. So part B, if OP is equals to SOM, and we are given that AP is equals to TAN, express OP in two different ways and find the values of S and T. So let us write these. We are required to express OP in two different ways. And so what you're going to do, this is part B of the question. So expressing OP in two ways. This one will give us, the first way we are going to express OP is SOM, where S is a scalar. So this one will give us, S. We had already gotten the value of the vector OM in our previous question, and our OM is a half A plus a half B. So AM is a half A plus a half B. So opening this, we'll get half SA plus a half BS, or this is BS. So that is the first expression. Now the second expression of OP will be given by The second expression, the one that you're going to use this AP is equals to TAN. So you must express it in such a way we use this, and the only way we can do this is by, so OP therefore will be given by OA plus AP. Let's go back to a diagram. So OA is a OA plus AP. So where is P? We did not indicate this P. P is the intersection. This intersection is what we refer to as P. So if you want to get OP from O to P, we can pass through this route OA plus AP. And when we come to writing AP, we are going to remember this expression. So let's go to the question. So this one will give OA is A plus AP. Remember our expression for AP. AP is TAN. Is TAN. So can proceed. So this one will give A plus TAN. We need the expression for AN. The expression for AN is already here with us. This is the expression for AN. We had already calculated that. So a third B minus A. So opening this one, we shall get A. This one will give A plus a third TB minus TA when you open this bracket. And when you simplify this, you can group it minus, put this together, this A and this A, TA, like that, then plus a third TB. So this one will give factor out A. So this one will be 1 minus T plus a third TB. So this one becomes our expression number 2. Now we have been able to express OP in two ways. This is the first way and this is the second way. So the next thing is to find the value of, to find T and S. And to find T and S, we are going to equate the two expressions. The two expressions, and these expressions are 1 and 2 because they're expressing the same thing. You notice that these two expressions are expressing, this one is expression for OP, this is OP. Therefore, what you're going to do on this level, we're going to take a half, equate the two, half, so a half SA plus a half BS, it is this expression, is equivalent because both of them are expressing the same thing, OP, equals to A 1 minus T plus a third TB. Once you've done that, there's something else that I want us to look at here, and this is what you're going to equate this one. Look at that and these, and then for these two that has got. Now the reason why I have indicated this is where we have vector A on this side, this is where we have vector A on this side. So we're going to equate that to get our value of S. Then where we have vector B, we equate with where we have vector B. So this is how we're going to do it. So we have a half S, because we have A here, we are going to omit this A. So we have a half s is equivalent to, omit a, same we have omitted a, 1 minus t. So that is the first expression you get. Then equate the other one, a half. You're going to, because this one has got b and this one has b, omit b, so you have a half s is equivalent to a third t. That is the second expression. The second, sorry. From there, you can, when you look at these two, this is a half s, this is a half s. So again, these are the same thing. So we are going to once again look at these and these, they are the same thing. So you're going to equate them because they're expressing the same thing. I have s, I have s. So let's go to the next page. So in the next page, we are going to take 1 minus t is equals to a third t. 1 minus t. So 1 minus t, 1 minus t is equals to a third t. And multiplying everything by 3, you get 3 minus 3t is equals to t. Solving t, this one will give us 4t is equals to 3, and therefore t will be obtained by 3 over 4. So you've got the value of t. Now to get the value of s, remember a half s is equals to, a half s is equals to 1 minus t. Half s is equals to 1 minus t. So multiply everything by 2. So 1 is equals to 2 minus 2t. That is when you multiply this by 2, this by 2, and this by 2. Therefore, this one will give 2t. 2t is equals to 1. And t will be given by a half. So we have been able to obtain the value of t and the value of, this is let me see, this is a half s. I think okay, something wrong here. Let's repeat this one. So this one, from this expression, let's go to the second page. A half s, oh I omitted s, sorry, I omitted, a half s is equals to 1 minus t. I have s, so this one should be s. I have s is equals to 1 minus t. All right, now we can proceed. So for that slight error, so this is we can multiply everything by 2. You get this one will be s is equals to 2 minus 2t. That is when you multiply this by 2 by 2 by 2. So therefore s is equals to 2 minus 2 times, our t is 3 over 4, and this one will give 2 minus, this will give by 2, 1 by 2, 2, so 3 over 2. And therefore, underline these. Therefore, when you work out this one, you get our s as a half. Our s will be a half. So our s will be a half when you get 2 minus 3 over 2. So that is our value for t, and that is our value for s. Now the next thing, the next question, which is the last question, hence find the ratio AP/PN. Find the ratio AP/PN. So the last question, ratio AP/PN. Now to get these, remember from our question, there's something that we have here. AP is equals to TAN. This one, AP is equals to TAN. AP is equals to TAN. So this one therefore will be AP is equals to our T, the value of T is 3 over 4. an. Now if this is the case, let's go back to our diagram. If AP, look at AP, if AP is 3, and this is how we've got this one as AP is equals to 3 over 4, this one is equals to 3 over 4 AN. So therefore, this ratio should be 3:1, so that you get AP 3 is equals to 3 over 4. So that ratio is supposed to be 3:1, and that is how it's supposed to. Therefore, the ratio is equals to AP PN 3:1, and that is how we're supposed to solve that question on vectors. So going back to the question, we started by expressing AB, OB, and A in terms of A. So it is very important for us to sketch. This diagram is very important, and also noting the direction are very important. So get the values of AB, OM, and so on. Then when it comes to part B, expressing OP in 2 ways, given these, and in those 2 ways you must ensure that you use these 2 expressions in each of them. So you've expressed this OP in 2 ways. You've got the first way is that. So the next step is to equate the 2 expressions. And when we equate the 2 expressions, because they're expressing the same thing, we equate them. So the first one, we are going to consider where we have vector A, equate where we have vector A, and when you're equating, you can omit, because this one will cancel out, it will divide. So half S is equals to 1 minus T. So the other expression where we have vector B, I have omit B, I have S is equals to a third T. And then from there, these are half S, these are half S, so you can equate 1 minus T is equals to a third T. Then proceed, get T, and that is how you're supposed to do it.